Yo, what's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? What's happening? It's John Lee, John Walter Lee II, y'all. B Swag Podcast. B Swag Podcast. That's 3gspodcast.com. Y'all know how it gets down. Brought to you by Off the Hook with B Love. That's that fishing channel on YouTube I tell y'all about all the time. Okay? Better get on it. See here, let me find it. Also brought to you by TJ's Painting Service. That's that painting service in Millbrook, Alabama. They do interior as well as exterior. Commercial as well as residential. No job too small or too big. They turn nothing down but their collar, y'all. So you might want to check them out. Also brought to you by B Swag Marketing LLC. That's that marketing, that digital marketing company that puts eyeballs on your business. Basically, they get you business. They get you seen, y'all. So you might want to get with them if you're looking to get, to widen your portfolio. And brought to you by B Top Spot Restaurant Lounge. It's elegance at its finest, y'all. Elegance at its finest. I'm telling you, I get down with them. Uh-oh. I hope I didn't lose something. I just heard some. Oh, that's over here. I lost her. So let's see if she clicks on. I got a special guest coming on tonight, y'all. We're going to talk about, well, I'll get into that. But also brought to you by B Top Spot. Like I said, elegance at its finest, y'all. 2645 Forbes Drive. That's on the north side of Montgomery, y'all. Come check them out. They free before 9. Happy hour specials from 5 to 8. And nothing on the menu. Their happy hour menu is over $7.50. Come on, we got DJ Super L spinning from 9 to close, full kitchen, all the way to 4, from 5 to 4. I believe I said that right, from 5 to 4, I think that's right. Okay, so that's how we get down. It's John Lee, B Swag Podcast, y'all. So we're at season 2, episode 5. Season 2, episode 5. All right, and we're going to talk about toxic relationships. Now, I sent out special invite to a friend of mine, Cece, trying to see if she's not able to get on, I'll understand, because I didn't know it was going to be such a task. Like I said, I got to get this sharpened. I got to get it sharpened. But just to go over a few things while we wait to see if she can come on board. Numbers are doing stellar, y'all. Numbers are doing stellar, I might add. Thanks to everybody. I thank swag love to all y'all. I'm almost at 300, y'all. I'm almost at 300. There we go. Let's see here. All right. Cece is in the lobby. We want to let her in. I was hoping she gets in on the other one, too. Let's see here. If we can hear. We can't hear or see her yet. Let's put, how we get down, y'all. Let's see. Actual recording and higher quality. I think she's coming on board. Now, I'm not sure about this other one, though. On my Spotify, there she is.
I can hear you.
Baby girl, can you hear me? There we go. Now, I know on this one, it's always when I go back to play it or to post it, it's always off. Like you can see, it's almost like we talk like with Chinese, the old Chinese movies, the Kung Fu movies. It's almost like that. So I'm going to try and see if I can keep the tone. I can't check it. That's why I wanted to make sure were you able to get on the other one?
To do, but
it is so lovely to see you. Uh-oh, I just lost you. Oh, you there? Okay. There you are.
The other one is still.
All right, let's see if we could get you on the other one. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. Well, while we got you on the phone, could you please introduce yourself to my listeners, to all few of them?
I'm Cece.
This is gonna get more though. I'm telling you.
Cece, and I have
this
a
is
business
Cece, y'all.
called Creating Memories 360 Photo Booth, and I do that on the side, and then I work a regular job. I'm an insurance agent for 16 years.
Y'all hear that? That's 2 jobs. That's plural. Keep that in mind now. Okay. I'm sorry. Keep going.
And I got 6 grown kids: a 32-year-old, a 30-year-old, 28-year-old, 26-year-old, 25-year-old, and an 18-year-old. I'm an empty nester. My son just left.
So you got
college,
grown kids, as you said.
That's why I started my new business. Keep me busy.
Do y'all hear this? Now, there's definitely no mistaking with Cece and what was it, episode 6? Nowhere near. Okay, we did fake ass women, and so speaking on that, you are the opposite, total opposite, 100,000 power. You're one of the ones who, when you heard it, knew that we weren't speaking of you. And then when I came out with Buster Ass Dudes to retort that, I did that for my real women who were listening to it. Because for a while there, I had more women listeners than male listeners. And for a while there, fake ass women, it was dominated by
Right.
the women listeners. But they knew they knew I had their back. So then I came out with Buster Ass Dudes for them. And so they kind of got a kick out of that. And that's my number one episode right now. And so I just wanted to point out to my listeners, because whenever I'm speaking to somebody or someone's next to me, I want to make sure they categorize them right. And looking at her, y'all, and hearing her, she's definitely opposite of that. So she's the one that cheered it on and enjoyed probably Buster Ass Dudes. You might want to listen to it, okay? I'm sure you've encountered a couple in your life, And if you don't mind me asking,
46.
how old are you? 46. So there you go. There you go, y'all. Y'all hear this? So I'm excited. Now, is that still downloading on the Spotify over there?
See, it sounds like it because I could barely hear you on this one. Yep, it's still.
Oh, you can barely hear me? Okay, well let me speak up. How about now?
I barely hear you.
Is that any better?
A little bit better, but
Oh, hold on, let me do this.
I was trying to see if I could find my
Hold on.
headset so I could hear
Yeah.
you better. How about if I
And then
download
how
it
about
on the
now?
other phone?
This what, Riverside right here?
The
Or are you
one
talking
where I
about
could hear you
Spotify?
better.
Can you hear me on any
I
of them?
can hear you on this one, but it's really low.
Okay. We'll try downloading. And then what I'm gonna do is play back
Let
and
me
see if I
see.
can hear it then. While you're downloading on your phone.
So
Empty nester, huh?
yes, I'm done.
I
I've
know
been
what that
raising
means.
kids since I
Okay.
was
As you
15
should
years
be.
old. Now I'm doing me. Was married, did all that, had all
As you
kinds of
should.
different titles. I'm done with titles.
Wow, that's awesome. We're going to talk about. Dang, I wish I could have had you on manipulation on our episode we
Oh
spoke about
yeah,
last
that would
weekend.
have been a good
I
one.
think you would have probably had some good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think toxic relationships. I think
Yeah,
you'll get a kick out of this one. Uh,
I've been in a couple of those
I mean,
and been toxic myself. So
oh,
mhm.
oh, how are we now? Well, you can't jump through my screen, so I'm not too worried about it. I guess we'll be okay. There we go. There's that smile I love so much. Look at there. That's what got me, y'all. I'm telling you. I just was trolling through Facebook. Those who know me know I'm trying to find a co-host. I'm trying to find guests that don't mind coming on board and speaking with me, speaking on some of these topics. I mean, they're just everyday normal topics, my little experience. Like I tell people, those who know, my experience is my podcast. My podcast is my experience. You can barely hear me though, huh?
Yeah, I could barely hear you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do anything to fix that. I probably. Oh, wait, hold on. Booyah. Nope, that's all the way up. Yeah, I really. Uh-oh, I just heard something in this ear.
Let me see what.
Okay, and it's still
I'm
downloading on the
downloading
other
it on my other phone.
on
So
the other one, huh?
1 second, so I can hear you better.
No, take your time, baby girl. I'm in no hurry. I'm gonna go get me
Okay,
something to drink. Okay,
here we go.
sit
I'm
tight.
logged in.
Oh, okay. I'm still getting me something to drink. Hold up.
Oh wait, it says can't. I think you probably have to send it to me again.
I think which one, the Spotify one?
Yeah, the
Spotify one?
Spotify one, because it's saying that it's
I got you. No worries. Invite friend to join. Friend. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you
Uh-oh,
very
she's
low
putting
though.
glasses on, yo. Look at the studious look. You know, the studious look is
Huh?
sexy. I said the studious look. I said you put the glasses on. Now you got that
I got
studious
that
look going.
smart look right
I
now.
said the studious
I'm in
look
my
is
A game.
sexy. As you should be. Thank you. I
Always.
appreciate that. See, that's look, see, y'all heard that? Always. You see that? This is what y'all call a real queen. Okay, those who are listening. I do have an episode coming up: How to Woo a
How
Real
to
Queen.
what?
How to woo over woo.
Okay.
WOOOO. Yeah, you know how to get the toes curling
Yeah.
uncontrollably. Okay, that's what we're talking about. All right, let's see. Gmail. All right.
I don't know. It's not
Nope,
working,
not
but
yet.
that's fine.
Copy that. Yeah, it's not having issues, but that's right. I'll just have you on this one. You know, what I'm gonna do is shut this one down. No, we're gonna keep this one rolling. Where's it at? Is it rolling? Just give me a hot. Bring it back up. Boom. Missed call. You missed the call on Messenger. Okay, we're not trying to booyah. All right, so this one's still going. So cool. All right, but you can barely hear me. Oh, you just. Oh no, this one isn't still going. Start recording. All right. Well, now we gotta stop it. Dang, I really wanted to go on this one. This one I could add music. Okay, can you barely? You
Yeah,
can barely hear me on
that's
this one.
fine.
Okay. All right. Let me do this. We're gonna do. Here, booyah. Right here. All right. So we're gonna jump into this topic. This is season 2, episode episode 5, and I don't know if you actually looked at. There we go. I don't own the rights to this music. Oh, there you are. I don't own the rights to this music. This is on my free playlist on YouTube. I always got to say that because they'll shut me down if I don't. All right. Want to make sure that's not too loud for you. Now, we're going to talk about toxic relationships. And you had mentioned earlier, you said you'd been in a couple. Oh, hold on. Let me get in
Been in
character.
a couple,
Boom.
yes.
Now, first of all, what is your definition? What would you call a toxic? What would you call a toxic
Unwanted
relationship?
soul ties.
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Let me
I
say
said
that
for
again.
me, a toxic relationship is unwanted soul ties.
Wow, that's deep. That is really wow. Hold on, y'all. Unwanted soul ties. You
Because
said.
there's good soul ties and there's
So you
unwanted ones that come with toxic relationships.
okay? So you're talking about soulmates, basically.
Basically, I
You
mean, it's
know,
not
it's
necessarily
got to be
soulmate
that.
because a soulmate is shouldn't be toxic. You know what I mean?
I really shouldn't. Well, I'm just trying to figure out how
Soul ties is
soul
when
ties,
you're in a
tying two souls
relationship with
together. So
somebody
if they,
and you're just so kind of connected to that person, but at the same time it's so toxic, but it's just horrible.
it's funny you should say it that way because I always look up the actual definition. Anytime I do when I do an episode, every topic I look up the actual. So let me do this real quick. So funny you should say it like that. We got relationship. Now let's look up toxic. TOX. This is what I liked when I actually looked up toxic earlier. Okay, so relationship. The definition, and this is I'm getting this from Oxford Language, and this is what they say: the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. That's
Right.
okay. This is relationship, and They use and they use the definition. The study will assess the relationship between unemployment and political attitudes, which I don't know where they get that from. Another definition: the state of being connected by blood or marriage. Okay, and then the last one they have is the way in which two or more people or groups regard and behave toward each other. So the way in which two or more people or groups regard or behave toward each other. That's a relationship. Okay. Now, toxic. Toxic is toxic relationship. Let's see. Where's the definition? Oh, what I do with the definition? No. Hold up. It's. I know what it is. It's poisonous. Okay, because I looked it up earlier. It's poisonous, and I forget the. Hold on. I want to get the right definition now. Toxic, TOX, because it's a trip. Let's see. Definition. Toxic definition. Here we go. Booyah. Okay, poisonous. The dumping of toxic waste. Okay. That's the definition. Now the second one, I tripped out when I read this because I had already had the topic thought. I was already doing the topic, and then like I said, I started getting the definitions. And this one is very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. And their definition is a toxic relationship. I tripped out when I read that. Okay, because it's a definition, and it was a topic that I was going to talk about tonight. And before I even knew that was a definition. I don't know. It was something to me that Hey, yo, I'm John Walter Lee II. Y'all know how it gets down. This is B Swag Podcast. Now let's get into this. So you said a toxic relationship is
soul tie
that is unwanted. Yeah, I'm still tripping now because I'm gonna give you the signs that they give. Because my definition of a toxic relationship is a relationship that shouldn't even be, a relationship you should run from. My definition of a toxic relationship, y'all, is a relationship that is mentally harmful, physically harmful, and what's the other one? Let's see, mentally, physically, emotionally harmful, all of that. That's a toxic relationship. Okay, something that, and they have some good signs here. So that's my definition. It's a relationship you should get the hell up out of. Okay, can you hear me okay on that one? And I'm glad I have a strong, independent superwoman on the other line here. Okay, I'm so glad because earlier when I spoke on these signs, I'm looking so forward to getting your opinion on these signs. Some of them to me doesn't really act as a sign or don't seem like a sign to me of a toxic relationship. Like, let's start from the beginning. They say draining and depressing. What you think about that one, B?
I agree on that one.
Is that a sign? So you agree that's a sign
Most
of a
definitely.
toxic relationship?
Draining. If you're in a relationship and it's draining you mentally, physically, and emotionally, yes, that's toxic.
It is, and what if you're depressed all the
There's no
time?
reason for you to be in a relationship that's going to do that much harm to you. That makes no sense.
And thank you so much for bringing that up because I spoke on it earlier, and I'm gonna get back to the signs, but I spoke on it earlier, and I want to get your opinion on this. Who invented toxic relationship? I mean, who was in a relationship that was toxic supposedly for that a long period of time to do research on it? I mean, how long does it? How long do you have to be in a relationship that's bad before you figure, okay, this is toxic, let me get the hell out, or do you stay in it? I said, and to be adult about it, and I say this with all due respect, because the signs of a toxic relationship and the way you speak on it, just on the first one, that is draining and depressing, what would cause a person to remain in a toxic relationship year after year?
A lot.
Who? A lot?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, because
love's supposed to be.
In my opinion, I'm talking about me, myself, my past experience, being in a toxic relationship.
Please speak on it.
When you're toxic yourself and you're in a relationship with somebody that's toxic as well, you really don't know that you're in a toxic relationship until one person starts getting help
That's
and
interesting.
start realizing, hey, this is not cool. This is not the way a relationship is supposed to be. Some people have seen this their whole
But
lives
if
with their parents, their, you know what I mean, everybody around them. So for them, it's okay to be in that relationship. You know, that's the way relationship is. You know what I mean? And for people to see
okay,
that haven't experienced that or have never seen that within their families, then they're the ones that can look out and be like, wait a minute, that's not cool. That's not a way a relationship's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel that's why
okay,
sometimes people stay in toxic relationships because they don't know no better. You know, it's not that they do it deliberately, but some people like me, for instance, I didn't know I was in a toxic relationship, you know, until I went,
who finally
huh?
told you that it was then? If you didn't know, and I'm sorry not to cut you off, um, you had mentioned that you just don't know it. You and the mate don't know it. Is that what you're saying, or just you don't know it? Your mate does know it. Does one know it and
A
one
to-
doesn't, or do you both not know
a
that you're in a
toxic
toxic relationship?
relationship is a person that is toxic themselves. That's how it becomes a toxic relationship. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't have a toxic relationship if the person's not toxic. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying,
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah, but
something's
what
got
I'm
to
saying, but
something's got to
when
create
you're
the
both
toxic in
like
the
that,
relationship.
you thinking you're living a normal life.
Okay, and I hear what you're saying. I can appreciate that. But then who comes around and finally says, "Hey, you guys are living in a very toxic relationship, or you have a toxic
That's
relationship. You
that's
should
what I'm
look at it, or
saying.
you
A
should."
person
I
will
mean,
know until they go and get help and realize that they've been living in a toxic relationship.
but what's going to create him to go? What I'm getting at, what's going to get him
Well,
to go get that
people
help?
telling
If he
you, I
don't
mean,
know it
if
and he's just
your
living in this
friends, your loved
toxic,
ones, and everybody around
okay,
you, you know, starts telling you, hey, you know,
okay,
like your relationship is not cool. That's not the way it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
or you should
Yeah.
start losing friends.
And then
People
you
don't
realize
want
you're
to hang
by
out with you guys
yourself
no
and nobody
more.
wants to hang out with
Whoever,
you guys no more. And you're
okay.
like, where in the hell did all my friends and family go? You know what I mean? Then you start opening your eyes and be like, okay, something ain't right here, you know?
Okay. All right. Is it DNA or is it just something you pick up? I mean, is it a disease like alcoholism,
I
something
think,
like that, or I mean, is it just a
I
way of
think
life?
what
Or
you're talking about the toxic.
yeah, because you got me. This is something totally different than what I was going on earlier. This is a trip, so I'm trying. I want to dig
Well,
into this.
for me, my opinion on that is
I mean,
it's a
like, did you see it
combination. It's a
happening and just
combination
figure
of
this
a
is the
lot of
way it's got to
things.
be?
You know what I mean? It's one, you know, certain people weren't raised, how can I say it? Some people, you know, were raised in homes where they seen their parents all the time fighting, arguing, and you know what I mean? So for them it's okay to be in that kind of relationship. You know what I mean? So it's how you were
But
raised,
knowing
you know
that,
what I
so,
mean, and what you've seen, what you, if your parents were always in love and you know they didn't have none of that, then if when you know you experience that, then that's the way you
see, that's
tend to be
where I
in
come
your
from.
relationships. You know what I mean? But if you didn't have that, then you
Yeah.
know no better. You know what I mean? And you're thinking it's okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could sit here and go on and on about it. Like I said, I see my dad spoil my mom all my life. I saw my grandfather spoil my grandmother all my life. But that's a different topic for a different day. Uh, I thought when I first brought this up, I said I'm sure I've been in a couple of toxic relationships. But then I got to thinking about it, and I got to looking at the definitions and looking at the signs, and nah, I can honestly say I believe I can honestly say I've never been in a toxic relationship. Now I've been in relationships that ended because of me, or I've been in relationships that ended because of her. But toxic, I mean, let's bring up another sign, okay? Because I mean, you got some interesting stuff here. See, it's a lot different when I'm talking to somebody than sitting out here just rapping to myself, which I love rapping to myself. I'm a great conversationalist, okay? So I love talking to myself. How about it's all about them? Is that a sign? of a toxic relationship when it's all about them?
Um,
And first of all, do you know what that means when I
when
say
they're
it's all about
selfish.
them? Me, 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 me. Okay, bam, good girl. See, that's what, girl. I'm telling you, you just got more cool points in your cool basket, young lady. Okay, and the smile back it up. Yeah, you just got double bonus. But yeah, selfish. Selfish is that, or is that just a personality trait that you knew going into the game? You knew
I
that it
think
was. I mean, if someone is
I
selfish,
don't I think toxic is a combination of different things. It's not just being selfish, it's being self-centered.
well, I have about 10. I have about 10. Now, I'm going to go over each one with you, and I want to see if you agree that there's signs of a toxic relationship, or is it just a personality trait that you knew what you was getting into
Right.
from the beginning? I mean, to me, toxic is, like this one here, okay? Um, Mutual avoidance. Now, if you're both avoiding each other, then yeah, your relationship's gotten toxic. It's gotten to where you got to get the hell up out of there. You got to go. Somebody's got to go. If you are, I've been involved in that. I've had that happen to where, and it's sad to admit, but I'm gonna admit because I'm real on my podcast. I've been in that situation where where you just don't want to go home. I'd be at the office late night. Working late night when I was married. I just didn't want to go home. Uh, I'd go visit. I would visit my dad for more hours. He was sick, and I just didn't want to go home. And then when I did get home, I'd hang out on the front porch, or I'd go to the golf course because I lived on a golf course. Avoiding. I just did not want to go home, and I only did that for so long, and then it's just I like to have fun. My thing is, if you're not having fun, it's toxic to me. Okay, if you're in a relationship and it's not fun, then you're in a toxic relationship. To me, my opinion. Okay, they have another one here. What do you think of this one? Okay, or what do you think of avoidance? Did you ever get to where you were avoiding your mate, where you just didn't want to be around him?
Um, yes and no. Um, but I think that comes from a lack of communication. When there's no communication,
Ooh, slow down, because that's on the list. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's not. You're jumping the gun there, young lady. See, look at your brain is just more cool points. I'm telling you, because that's on the list too. It's under lack of trust and communication. So we'll talk about that one in a second. Let's stay on the avoidance.
um,
I mean, because you could say that's not a sign of toxic. I mean, if you're just avoiding your mate, that means you just don't want to be around him. That doesn't mean the relationship is
right,
toxic. You could
exactly.
just,
So I don't really
you
think
know,
that's toxic,
yeah,
really, no.
yeah, exactly. That's what we sitting here. That's what we're going to discuss here. So feel free to
Yeah,
say no, that's not. Because there's a couple here. I don't believe. Let's see. Okay, how about not supportive?
no.
This is a big one with me. This is a big one because I've been in a relationship where I didn't get any support, and well, we'll talk about the rest, but
Right.
yeah, I didn't get any support.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I
toxic
don't
though.
think that's part of
It
being
wasn't toxic. It sucked. It
right.
sucked, but it wasn't toxic. How about okay? Now let's jump on it. Lack of trust and communication. Before you speak on it, my thing is this: if there's no communication, number one, then you don't have none. All you have is friends with benefits. You don't trust, you don't communicate. Then then you just what do you have? You just have friends with benefits. That's not a relationship. That's just friends with benefits. And a lot of these, and I'm gonna talk about it because I asked you earlier, what makes a person stay in a toxic relationship? I'm an adult about it. It's got to be great sex. The sex has got to be
I
phenomenal.
strongly agree
Okay,
on
I'm
that because
56
that was
years
one
old.
of the reasons why I was in
It's
a
got
very
to be.
toxic relationship.
It
That
had to
was the
be.
only reason
Why would you,
because
as
there was no other reason.
you
No
you
job,
seem to
no
be so
money, no
intelligent and you have
nothing.
everything going.
But sex was
Oh yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it
It
had to
was
be.
just one of
Yeah,
those like, God damn it.
it had to be phenomenal sex.
Yeah.
The toe curling, the uncontrollably toe curling. Exactly, because I cannot see a a sound, intelligent human being that's going to put up, like I said, who stays in toxic relationships? And if you do, why? Okay, why? And there's only so many reasons. Money, because the person's rich.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or great sex. I mean, why else would you be in a toxic relationship? I can't see any other reason. There's no other benefits. Now, if you could think of one, and my listeners, if you could come up with one, please, I'd love to hear another one. Please, that's B Swag Podcast, 3Gs Podcast at gmail.com. Please send me something, because I can't imagine. Here's another one: lack of trust communication. Okay, so let me let you speak on that.
Do I what? I'm sorry, couldn't hear you. Said what?
You know, I said, let me let you speak on that lack of trust
I
and
don't think
communication.
that's part of
Is
toxic.
that
Mm-mm.
yeah? No. Like I said, that's
Right.
choice right there. That's preference. Okay. Constant negative
Yes.
energy. Who wants to live with
That is
constant negative
toxic.
energy? I mean, are you kidding me?
I think so.
It is. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
negative energy is toxic. It's like mold. How you get mold and then it turns into black mold, and then next thing you know, you fucking redoing your lungs. Okay, yeah, negative energy. You look at all my posts, all my platforms, my walls. It says negativity is not allowed. I do
That's just
not do negativity
contagious. That's why
at
it's
all.
toxic.
It is a waste of energy. Yes, you are so right, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It is contagious. Like I said,
It will
will.
eat you apart,
Yeah, if you
eat you
don't cut that
alive.
shit out like cancer, yeah, yeah. You know what they say? Misery likes company. There you go. Sit back. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see.
What'd you say?
Smile again. Say smile again. I said smile again, please. At first I said sit back. At first that's what I
Oh,
said.
I
Sit back,
am. It's just
relax.
I can't hear you, so I gotta be like close to the phone.
Oh, that's right. Do you have headphones?
I
Do you have
was
a
just looking
headpiece
for them right
or
now. That's what I
earpiece?
was doing, but I think I left them in the car or something. I don't know where they're at.
Would you like to
No,
take a
it's
quick minute and
fine.
look?
Don't worry about it. It's
Okay, all right. So we talked about negative energy. We don't even need to speak on that. We know that's toxic. We know that's just
yeah, that's
shouldn't
all
even be
bad.
allowed.
I can't. Yeah,
Shouldn't
no.
even be allowed.
Negative energy
Yeah. How about
will
all?
mess everything up.
Yeah,
Negative energy
yeah.
messes up your
That
mood,
even messes
money.
up
It
good sex.
starts messing up your mind, money, everything.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It screws up your money. Right there, you should
Because
cut it
once
out.
you
Right
wake
there.
up to that negative
And that
energy, all that bad vibes, and you go to work with that in your head and
builds
your
your whole
mind,
day up.
you can't concentrate, you can't think, you start, yeah, no, horrible.
And that will screw up good sex. That's the
Oh
only
my
thing that will
God.
screw up phenomenal sex. Negative energy. You can't bring you
Yeah,
can't
no,
bring
I'm
negative
quitting
energy
that
to the
shit.
bed.
Yeah, no, I'm shutting it all
No, you
down.
can't. No, not at all. So yeah, so that is definitely a sign of toxic. All take and no give. Yeah, that could work in your favor sometimes. Actually, what do you think about that one? All take and no give.
Mm, I don't think that's part
Shit, I will let you take for me. Okay, shit, please. You can take from me any day of the
yeah, I
week.
don't think that's part of being toxic.
That's a personality trait, in my opinion. You know that going in. If you're with somebody and you're in a relationship with somebody, you know she or he is all take and no give. You already know that. That's a personality trait. That's a choice.
Right.
That's a preference.
Mm-mm.
That's not toxic. That's allowing. Okay. What about, okay, we talked about mutual avoidance. How about excessive jealousy?
Yes,
Now, this is where I've
that's
lost
toxic.
relationships over jealousy. You
Yes.
think that's toxic?
Jealousy?
I think that's childish and insecure. I think that's childish and
I
insecure. I don't
think
think
it
it's
is
toxic. I just
because
think it's
a
childish
person
and
that's
insecure.
jealous all the time messes up it messes with you, and if it messes with your mind, it's toxic.
Yeah, but if you know that whatever she's been jealous over, who's been jealous over, you know that that's not going on, and you have a strong mind,
But it could
and you
still
really
mess
shouldn't let it
somebody up
mess with you.
mentally, because even though you're not doing shit, but if he keeps thinking you're doing stuff, it's just gonna be messing with you, because it's like he's just gonna be in your head. And if somebody's in your head,
Yeah, but
it's
it.
toxic.
Okay, okay, we can go with that. I just know myself personally. I know how to take myself out of an unhealthy situation for me. Okay, if it's unhealthy for me, I know how to get myself out of that situation
Yes.
politely, of course. Okay, so yeah, with me, that one didn't really fall under the my definition as a sign of toxic relationship. That's childish
Well,
and
I mean,
insecure, my opinion.
that
How about this?
yeah, you're right on that part, yes. But at the same time, that that's very toxic because imagine you're at work and you're just working and he's calling you, what you doing? Who's there with you? Who's that talking? Blah blah blah. That's mentally draining.
Or if
That's
she,
toxic.
that's twice you said he, or if she, yeah, yeah, it's draining. That's very draining. But if you know how to put a stop to that, if you know how to put a stop to that, then that my opinion. Certain things I know how to put a stop to. Okay, there's certain things that just being a gentleman, period, will put a stop to a lot of things. But don't get me wrong, I've lost 2 relationships over jealousy, so I couldn't put a stop to it that well. Okay, but I took myself out of the situation, or she took herself out of the situation, whichever it was. Um, how about this one? I found this one to be real interesting. Brings the worst
It's
out
what?
of you.
Sorry?
Brings the
Bring
worst
the
out of
wealth
you.
out of you?
The worst. You know how they say you should get with somebody who brings that person brings the
Oh,
best out of
brings
you.
out
Like
the
I was
worst out of you?
with
Yes,
somebody
I
who
think
I
that's
felt she brought
toxic.
the best out of me. Yeah, that's toxic, or is that just you the dumbass for staying in that relationship? If you with somebody who's bringing out the worst, does that mean you only want worse for you? I mean,
Well,
I found this one to be real
hmm.
interesting. Why would you be with somebody if you're with somebody who brings out the worst? Now, don't get me wrong, it is toxic in a way, I guess. But in my opinion, you're with somebody who brings nothing but the worst out of
That's
you.
a person that's toxic.
I mean,
If a person is like that, that's gonna sit here and mentally drain you and bring out the worst out of you where you have to snap and get out of your character, that's toxic.
well, then why? Then you must. Then that tells a lot about you. To me, that says a lot about you, your self-esteem, and what you
Right,
want for
right,
yourself.
right. But I
If you're
mean,
gonna be with somebody
I'm
who
just
brings out the
talking like
worst
in
in you,
general though, right? Like these words are what
well, it's a
create
sign.
a toxic
No,
relationship.
no, it's one. It's yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
sign.
sign.
Yeah,
It's a
that's what I'm
sign that you know
saying.
you're
It's
in
a
a toxic
sign
relationship.
of a toxic relationship.
Okay, I can go with that. That's what's up. My opinion is that if you with someone who brings out
Oh
the worst,
yeah,
and
of
you need to,
course,
yeah,
of
you're in a toxic
course.
relationship, but
Immediately.
you need to look at yourself. Yeah, and this one for me is a deal breaker. You can't hear me? Is that why you got your ear up to, or are you just trying to show me your ear and neck?
Huh?
Which one is that? Okay, so it is. You can barely hear me. I said, is it that why you're putting your ear up to the? Because you can barely hear me, or are you trying to
Oh,
show me your ear and neck? Is
I was
what I
I
was
was
asking.
trying
But
to
then we
hear
said,
you.
huh? Yeah, well, when you said huh, then that, yeah. And I wish I could turn this up more. Is that better? Can you hear me
I can
better?
still hear you
I
the
mean, I
same.
got this mic. See, I got kinks I gotta go there. So anyway, the last and final one, continuous disrespect. And like I said, this is a deal breaker for me, period.
Oh yeah,
Straight deal breaker. Did you hear
I
that?
agree. Definitely a deal breaker. Disrespect, yeah, no.
Definitely a deal
Huh?
breaker. Are you kidding me? It's
Yeah,
a definitely a deal
you're
breaker.
not even gonna get that far to disrespect me. Yeah, no.
You're not. No, no, not at all. So it won't even get to a toxic relationship. It won't. You can't hear me at all, can you?
Huh? I
You
could
can't hear me at all,
barely hear
can you?
you.
Wow, this is really okay. This is really pissing me off here. Let me see something. Hold tight, beautiful. Just hold tight. Let's see here. Hold tight. Let me check something. All right, let's go.
Let me check this right here. I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Is that, can you hear me better?
Same.
Still the same, isn't it? Yeah, okay. There's nothing I can do. I've tried. But we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm going to let you get back to, what's the other one would have worked out. But it's interesting. This is really interesting. I like this. I know it's going to take some editing, and I'm going to put some music behind it. The reverb is on, so I'm going to have to fix that. It was nice, nice scene. Okay, and this is just setting up for future talks with you. Like I said, the trial, you will see me soon. I will be home soon. And in Temecula too, I'll just go post up at Pachanga. That's my I said I just go post up at Pachanga. That's my office. That's my playground. Pachanga the casino? Yeah, I used to play poker there when the poker room was open, but since the pandemic, they shut it down and never reopened it.
They rearranged everything there right now. Everything's rearranged.
Yeah, no, I've been in it. Let's see. I spent New Year's Eve, I think 2 years ago there. I want to say 2 years ago. I spent New Year's Eve 2 years ago there. Yeah, you can't hear me. You can't hear me at all. Yeah, you can't hear me. So don't worry about it. This is what I'm gonna do. Thank you so much, City's Creations 360 Photo Booth. It's been a pleasure seeing you smile, and I appreciate your input on everything. Well, I'm gonna get this right to where you will be able to hear me. It's the other one. Next time I call, it'll just be on the other one. It won't be on this one. I just wanted to see you. This is all about me. So this could be a toxic relationship because it's all about me on this one. Okay, I just wanted to see you, but I also wanted you to, sit up and speak on this stuff. You made me look like a hero because, like I said, I'm gonna call somebody and hoping she's gonna tell you yes, and you did. So you made me look like a hero there, and then you sat here with me when you couldn't even hear what I was saying. So I'm winning on this one.
Sounds good.
And I can hear your response. So all your response will be recorded. So it was fun to me. It was interesting. Um, we agreed on a few, and I'll still say a few isn't. But I'll end it with this: if you're in a toxic relationship, get out. Bottom line, especially if it's a physical toxic relationship. Okay. If it's a physical toxic relationship, get out. If someone's putting hands on you and that's what's making your relationship toxic, get out, please. Sex ain't that good. Love's not supposed to hurt. Love's not supposed to be toxic. So all the sex in the world shouldn't keep you in a toxic relationship. Okay. Sorry, sex. It's better with the next guy. Trust. Okay. Because when you have non-toxic and have phenomenal sex, put that together. Have fun relationship, non-toxic relationship, or a great relationship, and put that with phenomenal sex. Then you got the winning number. Okay, that's the winning number. So that's just my opinion and my advice to those who are listening, because there will be somebody listening. I'm going to talk to you again real soon, Sue. Okay. I definitely want to talk to you about a couple other things. New Year's Eve, I wanted to know what you had planned for New Year's Eve, and if you could be, if I can top whatever bid you got going on for whatever job you got going on for New Year's Eve, and I'll top it. You can be in Vegas. Because what I got planned for season 3, like I've been telling all my listeners, and those who know me know, when it comes to this, I pray on it. I've already prayed on it. Once I pray on it, it comes true. So yeah, I'll talk to you about it another time. All right, you keep a smile on your face. Are you about to go to sleep since I woke you?
I fell asleep. I gotta go take off my makeup and lay down. I got to church in the morning.
Huh? Pray for me.
Of course.
Pray for me.
All day.
Okay. Thank you much, beautiful. I'll talk to you tomorrow sometime.
You have a good rest of your night.
All right, thanks.
Always. Bye-bye.